Hello everybody, welcome to another tutorial on Bleass Alpha. In this video I'd like to go through how you can use modulation to change your preset. So let's ensure we have a default preset. Let's choose bank A and default there. Perfect, we have a preset. Let's lower a little bit the volume as well, something like so. Maybe just a touch lower. Okay, let's make some initial adjustments before we go into modulation. Let's enable the poly, and let's go to oscillator. Let's increase the stereo settings. Also enable the oscillator number 3 as for our sub oscillator. Let's try it. Okay, that's great. I like to actually detune it a little bit, like so. Okay, let's increase the attack on the amplitude, on the envelope, something like so. And also the decay. And let's give it a bit more release as well, something like 1.1 seconds. Okay, let's go to the filter section as well. Let's change the filter cutoff and resonance. Okay, sounds good. Let's also enable the second filter but change the profile like so that we complement a little bit the first profile on filter number 1. So we cut some of the lower frequency and then some of the highest ones as well. Let's increase the attack on the filter envelope. A little bit more. And let's increase the decay as well, so the time will take to go down to the sustain level. Perfect. Now let's move to modulation. See, this is what I want to cover in this video. So we have 2 LFOs, low frequency oscillator, here on the green, and the first one and the second one here on the blue. And we have also an envelope that we can use to affect some targets parameters in Alpha Bleass. So let's start with LFO1, and LFO2 is just the same as explanation for LFO1. So we can choose the different type of waveform. So let's like from sine, triangle, sawtooth, inverted sawtooth, and the square waveform, and also a random waveform. It can run freely, it can run as being retrigger for every key, or you can run in a bit mode where you have the ability to synchronize your rate, and also you have the ability to create an offset between the first amount and the second amount, which will be implemented to whatever targets you choose. So let's select trigger. Let's say that we want to change as a target, for example, the filter 1 cutoff, and let's give it like something like 10-12%. We leave the rate where it is, and let's play something on the keyboard. You can hear the filter going up and down, being modulated by LFO1 using a waveform. Let's increase the amount. Every time I click on the keyboard, you can see it's retrigger, so you can see the differences here as I retrigger. Here we go. Let's increase the rate as well to show you in milliseconds, change the rate, sorry, in decreasing it, so that you can hear that the oscillation are changing, and also the graph is showing you that. Let's exaggerate a bit on the amount. Let's change now waveform to hear the different impact of the modulation using different waveforms. Triangle. You can see it's changing there. Also, let's change the rate. Let's increase it. Let's use a sawtooth. You can hear straight away the difference because it's going up and then down. You can use an inverse one, but let's try the square waveform. It's more like a gating effect on and off, really. And the last one, random, really. Like a simple and hold random type of waveform. So let's stick back to sine as a waveform, and let's decrease the amount, and let's leave actually the rate like so. So you can apply modulation to another target, which you can choose here, okay, and therefore adjust the amount. If you are in a bit mode, as I explained earlier, you can also adjust the offset between one to the other. LFO2 works in a similar way. It's exactly the same layout, but of course it will complement LFO1 if you want to change out the targets. On the right hand side you have an envelope which becomes really useful. Let me show you. So let's say that I want as a target to impact the LFO1 rate, and let's increase the amount to something like 20, 30 or 40%, and let's increase the attack of that envelope. So the attack will be applied to the LFO1 rate, which is this one. So you see here that it will start slowly in terms of rate, and then it will accelerate, and then it will drop down to this level here. Let's increase the attack to, again, make it more clear in terms of hearing that delay. So as you can hear, you can create some very interesting presets using modulation. So you have 1, 2, 4 targets between LFO1 and LF2, and then you have 2 additional targets here from an envelope perspective that you can adjust as well, and then you can apply also an envelope in the way that these last 2 targets are modulated. So again, quite powerful but quite intuitive from Bleass Alpha. I hope you found this useful. As always, see you next time. Bye.